What you're about to see is not a recreation. It is authentic, unseen black and white footage of World War II, shot between 1939 and 1945, preserved before anyone decided how the war should be remembered. It begins on a civilian street. On September 1, 1939, an official evacuation order appeared on shop windows in Strasbourg. The French border city quickly fell under military control, forcing civilian life to a sudden halt. This displacement was captured on 16mm black and white film by local amateurs. A silent record now preserved in the archives Departementales du Bas-Rhin under catalogue reference 11.6.21. The camera caught ordinary families loading wooden carts, wheeling their belongings through suddenly empty streets. There are no stage ceremonies, only the quiet exit of people whose normal world had just ceased to exist. Before the armies clashed on the battlefields, the administrative machinery of mobilization had already rearranged these lives, turning neighbors into refugees. In a 1941 16mm film preserved in the Yorkshire Film Archive under collection code YF, a young woman steps onto the concrete floor of a British armaments factory. She wears a simple headscarf, her fingers stained with grease. Over the course of her 10-hour shift, she repeats a single sequence, lifting, positioning, and securing heavy casings for 84-pounder shells. This is not symbolic propaganda, it is grueling physical labor. In the mobilization window between 1940 and 1943, millions of women entered these factories, taking over precision quality control and heavy assembly lines. Surviving on minimal rations and working under the constant threat of air raids, laborers like her kept the assembly lines moving. Their repetitive daily movements on the factory floor became the true engine of national survival, transforming raw steel into the sheer output needed to sustain a war of attrition. In Tunisia, during the winter of 1942, the war depended entirely on keeping engines running. This rare, previously uncatalogued 35mm film records the daily work of mobile repair units and supply convoys operating behind the lines. Mechanics in temporary desert encampments rebuild engines and patch tires under constant threat of mechanical failure. Without this steady maintenance, the vast output of distant factories could never reach the combat zone. These mechanics kept the machinery moving, ensuring that the supply chain remained unbroken across miles of harsh, open desert. On the Eastern Front, between 1942 and 1943, the daily struggle shifted to canvas triage tents and mobile medical units. Soviet camera crews recorded this relentless work of physical salvage, now preserved under reference IR N1004154 at the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Surgical teams worked exhausted, non-stop shifts to stabilize incoming casualties. This quiet routine of care defined the rear area camps, where doctors and nurses focused on the grueling physical repair of human bodies. Here, the conflict was measured in the steady, sobering rhythm of triage instead of military strategy. In the Pacific, civilian recovery unfolded across island communities far from the European battlefields. In late 1945, Chamorro families on Guam returned to demolished towns, clearing debris to erect new shelters. On Saipan, displaced residents carried salvaged belongings through cleared military pathways. This archival record preserves the immediate reality of reconstruction. Families lined up for basic food rations and established makeshift open-air markets among the ruins. These quiet observational scenes show how ordinary lives slowly resumed amidst the physical wreckage of the war. On April 14, 1945, a camera team from the U.S. Army Signal Corps recorded the aftermath of the liberation of Buchenwald. This was not a moment of military triumph or celebration. Instead, it was a quiet, forced confrontation. American soldiers escorted hundreds of German civilians from the nearby town of Weimar through the camp gates, directing them to look directly at the evidence of the atrocities. These civilians reacted with disbelief, shock, and averted eyes as they confronted what had occurred just miles from their homes. The recorded encounter serves as a permanent, sober record of justice. There are no speeches, only the heavy silence of ordinary citizens made to see the reality of the regime. The archival record preserves this event as raw, unyielding historical evidence, capturing the exact moment where denial became impossible. As the last eyewitnesses fade, these raw frames remain our only unfiltered connection to the truth. How will we choose to remember? Share your thoughts below.